I love you, Libby.
I love you too. Oh. Okay, let's go home.
Yeah, just as soon as I found my keys.
Oh, you'd never gone and lost them. How can that be?
Ha ha.
That must mean that you didn't put them in the bowl you always remind me I should put my keys in every time I misplace them.
Which is just about every day. And don't just sit there feeding your face. Give us a hand.
When's your car going to be fixed?
Well, today, hopefully, because the guy who's been giving me a lift is just so unreliable.
Joke's getting old.
But you do go on at Mum when she loses hers.
You know, Daniel, I've been thinking about your diversion.
Yeah, when do you start your community service?
This weekend.
Whole day's hard yakka. You're too tired to get into any more trouble.
It's a shame you didn't get referred to a counsellor.
And how does that make you feel, Daniel? No way.
Well, it's better than having you rub shoulders with a bunch of real criminals.
Okay, I learnt my lesson. Court sucks. I don't want to go back there again.
That makes 3 of us.
Here they are.
Thank you. Let's go.
You know, we've had a pretty dramatic week. Maybe we should do something together. Tonight or tomorrow, like a movie or dinner or something.
Sure, whatever.
Well, you have a think about it, okay?
Stay out of trouble, right?
I told you I learnt my lesson.
I hope so.
Ryan, it's me. Good news. I found this dude who wants to buy all the MP3s.
Where?
NZ buy and sell. But we've got to get them to him today or the deal's off.
We?
Yeah, we.
I've kind of gone off the idea.
Oh, trust me, this is easy money, bro.
You should have just given them back to Pete.
And miss out on scoring 5 thou. You're not scared, are you?
No?
Good. Sugar in an hour. See you there.
When you said that Maya was going to be on probation before Callum made any decisions, I thought you meant for more than one day.
I'm just as surprised as you are.
But why didn't you say anything when he asked you whether you thought Maya was ready to go back to being charge nurse again?
Because there is nothing stopping her.
You made that perfectly clear.
I know this must be hard for you, but Callum was right. Technically, you were always an indefinite replacement for Maya. His decisions have nothing to do with your abilities.
That makes me feel so much better about my demotion. Thanks.
Callum can't appear to be discriminating against Maya just because she was mentally unwell.
I can't believe it. I haven't killed anyone or gone bonkers. Why am I being penalised?
You're not being fair.
Neither is Callum. I wish you'd had the guts to tell him that he should have kept me in the
I
job.
can't show favouritism, Shanti, just because you're my wife, especially because you're my wife.
Which means that you're discriminating against me, now who's not being fair.
Shanti.
I have to go.
Hi. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
You look a little strange.
Do I?
Yeah, like you're, I don't know, drunk or something?
Well, I am intoxicated in a way, but I haven't had anything to drink.
So you're on drugs?
He said it.
Who said what?
Chris said the L word.
Latte? Lavender? Blue paper?
Love! He finally said he loved me.
Huh. And you think he must have said it to all his wives and who knows how many other women.
Shame on you, Tanya Jeffries. Shame on you and your nasty cynicism.
I'm not saying he didn't mean it. Just saying, given his track record, he never means it for long.
Just because you have turned into a bitter spinster, it doesn't give you the right to spoil my happiness.
Bitter spinster.
It's true. You haven't had a man since that thug lover waltzed off to Oz, and it's made you bitter.
Okay, I'm happy for you, really.
You need to get some love in your life, Tanya, before it's too late.
You head home, load up your dad's car, grab me, we'll head up west, do the deal, get the car back before your dad gets home. Piece of cake.
What if something goes wrong?
Like what?
Like, if we don't get home before my dad? He'll kill me if he finds out I took his car.
We'll be in and out in a flash.
Why don't you just do it by yourself?
Because I need you to provide the wheels. And I don't know, but I thought I was doing a good thing cutting my mate in on the deal.
What if something else...
Just settle. I tried to give Pete back the MP3s, but he's like vanished. But he will be back. What do you think's gonna make him happier, the gear or the $4,000 that I own? The cash, dummy. Because then he doesn't have a problem with shifting 100 hot-as MP3s. And it'll make me happy too, because I'll have $5,000 in my pocket.
What about my pocket?
Yeah, half of it's yours. Okay? Relax. Everything is gonna be okay. Trust me. There's nothing to worry about.
That is the best news.
I don't get it.
You should be happy for your sister.
Yesterday, you said you wanted to ease back into work. That you were glad Callum hadn't asked you to be judges again.
I know, but when he did ask me, there didn't seem to be a good enough reason to say no.
How about the chance the pressure might make you lose it again? You don't want to go back there, Maya.
Oh, of course not. But I don't intend to. I can do this. I know I can.
That's right. And we're here to support you all the way.
You know not everyone's going to be jumping for joy, right?
That's something I can't control, but it is something I have to face sooner or later.
No, it isn't, actually. You don't have to put yourself in this position at all.
I think that Callum has made the right decision. So what if the odd person here and there has a problem with it? That's their bad luck. I bet most people will be like me. Glad to have you back.
But Shanti will be ecstatic.
Stop being so negative.
I'm being realistic, Mum.
Shanti was just filling in for Maya until she was well enough to come back. Now she is back. End of story.
Hope you know what you're doing, Maya, for your sake.
I'll be fine. You'll see.
Ready to roll?
Dad's car. We can't use it.
Oh, come on, Ryan. You can't get cold feet now.
No, I mean he came home sick from work. He's crashed out on the couch watching TV.
Damn.
What are you going to do?
Well, we've got to find another car somewhere.
Yeah, but where?
What are you doing in here?
Hang on. Oh, it's the only one that shows me in all my glory.
Right. Well, I'm gonna change and jog into work, so if you don't mind.
Sorry. Damn.
You better ring that dude and tell him you bring the MP3s around another day.
I told you, he said today or forget it.
There'll be other buyers.
Weren't you listening to me before? Peter's gonna come after me, and if I haven't got $4,000 for him, then I'm gonna cop it. You've not met Pete. If you had, no way would you think about getting on the wrong side of him. I'm trying to save my butt here, okay?
Okay. So what are you going to do?
Think of something. I have to.
See you later.
See ya. Perfect.
What?
Salvation is at hand. In fact, it's in my hand right now.
Should I stay or should I go? You like the Clash?
Excuse me?
Should I stay or should I go? Come on, it's one of their best. For the record, I'm glad you chose the former.
I didn't have a choice in it. Libby looked like she was going to tell the entire staff about my disastrous date with Gabrielle if I didn't withdraw my resignation.
Poor Libby.
I am certainly not feeling anything remotely resembling sympathy towards Libby right now.
I know things were a little rough for you last night.
I can think of far better adjectives, like mortifying, ignominious, and, as it turns out, avoidable. I should never have listened to Libby in the first place.
She thought she was doing the right thing.
As it turns out, she was wrong. You clearly see qualities in Libby that I cannot, which is why, I assume, you are defending what is, on the face of it, the indefensible.
I know Libby has traits that some people find challenging.
Like interfering in other people's lives?
But to be perfectly honest, the more I get to know her, the more I learn to love her.
You're lucky. I wish I had someone who made me feel like that. More importantly, I wish I made someone feel like that.
Well, you will.
I'm beginning to wonder.
Oh, sometimes it happens when you least expect it, with whom you least expect. And when it does happen, take my advice. Don't rush into anything. You do that, you just make the other person nervous.
Libby doesn't strike me as someone who's easily frightened.
Or maybe I was talking about myself. No. Nice and slow is working out for both of us.
Look, it may mean love in Māori, but there is absolutely no aroha in my heart for aroha. She is sneaky and she is rude. She says she can't even pay her bills, but then she bets all this cash on a stupid pool game.
Did she win?
Yes, actually, she won enough to pay for her rent, but that is beside the point. Do you want to know the worst thing? She got poor Morgan so drunk that she had to pull a sickie today. I left her lying on the couch with a bowl beside her.
I don't think it's Araha's fault that Morgan got drunk.
Well, no, okay, but she's still a bad influence. And, no, that's it. I'm done. Ta-ta, Aroha, you're out.
Oh, I wouldn't be so hasty if I were you.
Why not?
Because I think I'm moving in with Chris.
Since when?
Since he told me he loved me.
Oh, and he asked you to move in as well?
Well, not exactly, but he didn't need to.
Because you've developed telepathy?
Because some things just don't need to be said.
There's a pretty big difference between saying I love you and move in with me.
Chris always said he'd only tell me he loved me if he really meant it. And now that he has, it's pretty clear where things are heading.
To his house?
Yes. And then?
And then to his what?
Oh, come on, Gerald, do I have to spell it out for you? I'm going to be Mrs. Chris Warner.
Wait, hold on just a second. How did you get from Chris saying I love you to marry me? Is that the same way you got from Chris saying I love you to let's move in together?
You'll see. So don't kick Araha to the curb just yet. Because when I leave, you're going to need her rent.
Sorry about Dad's car.
No sweat. Look,
Who's it there?
TK's, he's jogging into work.
So we're just going to take his car?
We'll be there and back so fast, you'll never know we took it.
Okay, let's get this over with.
Sweet. What happened to jogging into work?
Someone wanted to swap shifts, so just jogged back. I'm going to drive in later, meet your mum for lunch. What are you boys up to?
Oh, you know my mate Ryan, right? He just came to grab a book I borrowed. Can I tag along for lunch? Mum was right, this week has been a little dramatic. So why don't we all just have a nice chill lunch together?
Should love that.
Hey, and since it's not a bad day out there, why don't we walk in?
Yeah?
Coach has been on to me about my fitness. He said I need to get into some running, but I guess a walk's better than nothing. Or are you done already?
No, I'll cope. But I'm going to jump in the shower first. See you around?
See ya. Now what are we going to do?
Wait outside till we're gone, then take TK's car.
You're joking.
Do the deal, come back, and drop the keys in the letterbox.
No way. I can't.
You have to, otherwise I'm a dead man.
Maybe you should just come clean and tell TK and your mum about the trouble you're in.
So they can call the cops on me again. If I get in any more trouble, I'll be getting more than diversion. You've got to help me, bro. There's no other way.
You haven't stopped smiling since I told you about Maya.
I'm so pleased that you did it, Callum. And I'm going to show you how pleased I am when we get home.
Oh, what have you got in mind?
I thought that if Hunter's home, we could give him a taste of his own medicine.
Oh, you are wicked.
It's true, I am. Could I have a copy of next week's nursing roster, please? Thanks. Shanti, is this a mistake? It says Maya's the charge nurse.
Callum decided to reinstate her this morning.
You're joking. Why?
She has a lot of experience in the position. It makes sense.
So where does that leave you?
I was only ever filling in until she got better.
So you've been unceremoniously bumped down a peg. That's a shame. You're so good. It's what everyone says.
Thank you.
I'd be royally ticked off if I were you.
Well, at the end of the day, this is Callum's call. He thinks she's up to it. So does she.
Well, the last thing I'd be doing right now is backing Maya, especially after everything she's been through.
She's obviously going to need a lot of support.
Well, take my advice. Don't prop her up at your own expense.
What do you mean?
Don't solve her problems for her. If she's really ready to be charge nurse again, she needs to prove it on her own. But if she can't stand the heat, she needs to get the hell out of the kitchen.
I am stuffed. I'm going to have to waddle back to work. Dan, you've barely touched yours.
That's because he's been checking his cell phone every 5 seconds.
Sorry.
Well, if you don't like it, just get something else.
It's okay.
So, what are you going to do with the rest of your day?
I don't know. I might go see a movie later.
Well, things are pretty quiet at work. I could probably take time off and go to a movie with you.
Why don't you guys walk back to the photo and grab my car?
Yeah, what do you think, Dan?
All done?
Ah, thank you.
Finished? Actually, I ordered the wrong thing. Maybe I'll get something else, if that's okay.
Sure.
I'll have the fries, thanks.
Okay.
If you're sick, Jess. No, it's fine. Just stay put and get better. Okay, bye.
Excuse me, Shanti.
What is it? I've got to get to a meeting.
I'm not feeling that fresh.
Join the club.
Excuse me?
What are your symptoms?
Headache, sore throat, bit of a cough.
You look fine to me.
I think I've got that lurgy that's going around.
Jess just called in sick and Morgan's off already. We need all hands on deck. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait until the end of your shift.
I don't want to leave you in a lurch, but I'm not feeling well. Patients can do without a sick nurse.
Are you sure that this has nothing to do with you not wanting to work with Maya?
No, not at all. I'm sick, really. I'm not making it up.
I'll see what I can do.
Knock, knock. Not interrupting, am I?
I'm writing up case notes, but I can stop if it's important.
I heard things got a bit dramatic this morning. Luke quitting and then unquitting.
Not so much dramatic as it was embarrassing. Not as embarrassing as last night, but embarrassing nonetheless.
I wanted to check that you were all right.
I'm fine. In fact, all this business with Luke has achieved one positive outcome.
What's that?
Well, it's made me realise how I want to conduct my professional relationships in the future.
Go on.
Well, from now on, I will be instituting a personal policy not to have personal relationships with work colleagues.
Famous last words.
I mean it.
Many have tried, Gabrielle, and many have failed. Look at me and Libby.
Well, I find it easiest to compartmentalise my relationships. That way I know where I stand, what behaviour is appropriate. And when the lines begin to blur, that's when I get hurt or confused, or I hurt and confuse other people, like Luke.
I know what you're saying, but sometimes you can't help what you feel.
Well, I'm happy to have reached this decision, and I'm determined to stick by it.
If you're certain.
I am.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm performing an endovascular neurosurgical procedure to decrease the size of an intracranial AV malformation later this week.
Interesting.
Would you like to assist me? Is there a problem?
I'm just surprised, that's all.
About?
Well, 1 minute you were...
I was what?
You know what? Never mind. I would love to assist you.
Are you done?
Yeah, that was great, thanks.
Well, if we're going to catch a movie, then we'd better get a move on because the next session is in half an hour. Dan?
What?
I said the next session is in half an hour. We're going to need to go home and grab the car if we're going to make it.
Actually, it's such a nice day out there. Maybe we could go for a walk instead.
Another one?
Well, why not?
Okay, fine. Let's go.
Yes.
Good news?
Scratch the walk. I've got to meet Ryan.
Are you ditching me? He's ditching me.
Oh, sorry.
What's so important that you can't see him tomorrow?
We just got, you know, stuff to do.
Like what?
More like stuff.
Since I was prepared to take a whole afternoon off to spend time with you, the least you could do is give me an explanation.
We're just hanging out, right?
Fine. I guess I'll go back to work after all.
Right, see ya.
Now, hold on a sec. You were keen on going for a walk 2 seconds ago so you can walk your mum back to work.
What happened to you having a sickie?
I felt guilty, so I dragged myself in.
You big softy. You're just in time. Shanti's making some big announcement, apparently. How's your head?
Oh, I'm never drinking again.
What a bet.
Listen, this guy came round looking for you, some debt collector.
What did you say?
I said I didn't know you.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If I could have everyone's attention, please, I've got a couple of announcements. As most of you probably know already, Maya has returned to work, so I would like to take this opportunity to officially welcome her back to Shortland Street.
Thank you.
And I'd also like to welcome her back into the role of charge nurse. Would you like to say a few words, Maya?
Thank you, Shanti. First of all, I would like to thank you for the great job you've done filling in for me while I was gone.
You mean while you were nuts?
To be back. There's bound to be a period of readjustment as we all get used to me again, but please bear with me and I'm sure we can get through it together.
Okay, that's it. It's been a real pleasure being your charge nurse, and I'll see you back on the shop floor.
So that psycho-lesbian murderer is the new boss?
Great. She's good at her job.
What is she going to do if she doesn't like me? Shoot me?
I know there'll be a proper handover later, but FYI, here's a list of changes that I intend to make.
Actually, I stopped sending the nurses to that challenging behaviour study day. There's apparently one that's much better.
Interesting.
All of the nurses who went to both days said that they preferred the other one.
I'd still like the nurses to do the original course from now on.
Fine, you're the boss.
Did you manage to find someone to cover for me?
Not yet.
I'm feeling worse. And Morgan's back. Maybe she could cover for me.
Speak to Maya.
Why?
She's in charge.
But I don't want
This
to...
isn't my problem to fix anymore out of her. It's hers.
I must be seeing things.
Excuse me?
Well, it looks to me like you're doing bloods. Which, of course, would be against your precious little work to rule regimen.
Don't push it.
Reporting for duty.
Great. We've got a backlog a mile long out there. We're going to be tied up with this MVA for quite a while from the look of it.
What happened?
Driver never made around a bend. Rolled the car.
It's not looking too good.
Yeah, the raced into cranial pressure's a big concern. Something wrong?
Ryan.
So, does Gabrielle want you back full-time?
Oh, who knows? One minute she doesn't have any work for me, the next she wants me to assist her. I think we're just going to have to play that one by ear.
Trying to apply any form of logic to Gabrielle's thought process just makes my head hurt. Do you want to know something funny, although you have to promise not to laugh?
If it's funny, why can't I laugh?
And you have to promise not to tell anyone.
About what?
Promise.
Okay, I promise.
Yes, there's a crush on you. Okay, I'll give you a clue. She's socially inept and goes by the name of Mr. Spock.
Gabrielle.
I know. How deluded can you get? Poor thing.
All right, you are free to go, young man.
Sweet boy. We're good you're still here.
I'm going to be late to meet Ryan.
What's wrong?
Mate, Ryan's an ED. He's been in a car crash.
What?
He's had a pretty severe head injury.
Is he going to be all right?
I'm afraid it's not looking too good.
TK Samuels.
That's me. How can I help?
Ryan Smith Reynolds. Know him?
I just saw him in ED. He was involved in a car crash, right?
He was driving your car.
What?
Did he have access to your car?
I barely know the guy.
Do you have any idea how he came to be driving it?
No.
He had a fake driver's license. Any idea how he got hold of that?
Daniel, what have you done?
This is serious. Very serious.
He swore he'd change,
He promised. Why are you so quick to believe the worst?
but is bad in the blood.
You get out of my face.
Shortland Street, 7 o'clock tomorrow, TV2.